Ronnie?
And find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey guys. Wow, I guess there is a Stream Elements bot. I gotta block that. I'll block Stream Elements because I don't know why that bot just randomly started showing up. But hey guys, I'm surprised I'm just now getting on here, but anyways, I've been, of course, looking and trying to do some research today, and I haven't really got much done because I've been distracted. But hey, May, Mama 2, Cool Gamer, Two Old Crows, Mellow, that's a cool name, Mellow. First live stream here? Well, welcome. Hey, Liplock. And thanks for sending me Michelle's live today. I had several people text and email me that live, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I know. So I figured we'd watch. I haven't watched it yet, so I figured we'd watch it together. And also, if I put the Ronnie and Brandon discussion just in case, like, because I figure we probably will talk about that a little bit. I'm looking at I thought about going live and just like doing research while I was live, but it would be really boring because it takes a really long time to. I need a new. Well, I do have some other areas to look into. Oops, shit! I never opened this mail. Where did that come from? Uh-oh. Hopefully. Oopsie daisies. Hopefully it's not anything important. Oh, gosh. So, let's see. Let's see. I think. Okay, it's not a big deal. Anyways, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Let's, does anybody know, while I'm thinking of it, if there is a sheriff? Well, I saw a screenshot, or I saw on True Crime Commentary, a Discord screenshot of Jody Sue mentioning like an officer named that she called Coop or something. Does anybody is she saying Cooper? Does anybody know if she means if she is referring to somebody with the name Cooper? Because hold on, I can't see what you guys are saying. I need to pull it up on. I was on my phone. I was pulling something else up though here that I wanted to show you guys. That was really just disturbing. Oh, it's in a different folder. It's my Jody Sue folder, I think. All right. Too many tabs open. It takes me way too long to find you guys. Tim Coop. Oh, do I sound like a robot still? Oh, shit. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Let me see. One second. Let me check what my audio is going through. Huh. That's weird. It's good now. So say that's weird. It shouldn't be. All right. Well, hopefully it stays good. We'll see. So she was talking about Tim Coop, you think? I thought Tim Coop spelled his name C-O-U-P, like Coop. Well, so this was from Fizzle. And there is something, this is really a disturbing comment. I would like to know what she means by that last comment there. That is really disturbing considering the things that have transpired. Well, actually, it's disturbing even if in general. It's the bottom one there. I'm focusing on right now. The other ones are interesting too, because to me, I think this shows pretty much proves that she is an informant. Because she says, I've worked with many big and small fish for over a decade, including Lawson. Really? What kind of work do you mean? We're not talking about the mouse here, are we? You mean the mouse ear strip club? That kind of work? So I hear that Ronnie used to pay you a visit back in the day when you stripped there. Is that true? Lawson, were you going the mouse's ear back in your patrol days? If anybody knows that, who also knows that to be true, please contact me. Because it's all coming out. Because I know there's a connection with Ronnie and JSB. And I hear it's from the mouse's ear. So, there's something, and I am assuming, I mean, she's totally the type of person that, I mean, to me, seems like she would be an informant. I mean, she fits the criteria, or the criteria, like she fits the profile of one, I guess I should say. And speaking of Jody Sue and informant, the guy that she snitched on allegedly is getting out. Like, What, today? Or tomorrow or something? Then we got Dawn getting out in a week. I hear he's not happy with Jody Sue either, so. Not happy. That's why Andy is scared of her. Well, she says in these messages up here that I haven't even looked into Andy's family to see if there's any truth of this, but I don't know of the Bernards. I mean, I know they have a couple properties, but they don't really have money, do they? Hey, Matt. Matt, was that you that was I saw an article. Yeah, we'll share that. I'll share that on my wall. But it's funny that you just saw you here because I have watched you, and there was recently I wish I could remember where I saw it. It was like a news thing. Were you arrested for anything to do with protesting or not protesting, but something to do with, damn it, I wish I could remember. If it was you, you would know what I was talking about, so. So yeah, if the mods want to put out the petition, I already signed it, and I'm going to sign it with my other emails too. Oh, I think this is the beginning of the end of Ronnie Lawson. I did start to put in my title, I wonder how Ronnie Lawson's Monday went. It's also told we need to look into next thing. Yeah, I don't know if I should. Definitely the Mouse's Ear. If anybody's like worked at the Mouse's Ear or a local and that had seen Jody Sue there back, and can let us know if Ronnie used to go back or go in there when he was younger and a patrol guy, whatever. Does he drink? Well, how's he? Yeah, but you didn't, Matt, you didn't answer me. Was that you that was arrested? I thought I saw something about, I thought it was your name of somebody that was arrested locally for something to do. I can't remember what it was, but it was something like not a big deal. But it had to do with like YouTube, I thought. Oh, really? He had 2 DUIs as a younger man. Huh. Where would she find that at? I mean, you would think that would be, if he's going to wipe his son's record from being found, I would think he would, I mean, I haven't found that looking into his background and stuff, but he is corrupt. Message about what? A month ago. Hold on. Oh, that he was drinking? She snitched on 32 people? Well, I believe it. And that's how she knows that's how she's worked with Ronnie Lawson. And just exactly like this says up here. What this is can she tell us what she means? Like, in what way has she worked with Ronnie Lawson? In what way? Like, she's never had really a job, besides at a bar or strip club. So in what way would she be working with big and small fish? That sounds like a snitch to me. You're not working. You're basically, you're paying your debt because you owe it. They basically are letting you tell on other people to get yourself out of trouble. I know, that's what I was wondering. I heard that, well, we did hear that she was into that. But allegedly, back in the day. Haven't heard anything recently, but as far as it happening recently. Yeah. That's why I was saying the guy that she snitched on he gets out of jail, like his out date was like the 23rd of this month or 26th. Like, he gets out any day now. And he's been in there for 10 years. So I'm sure he's not a happy camper. I did see that somebody emailed me a bunch of articles. I appreciate that. A lot of the Google, anything that can be Googled, though, for the most part, I'm going to have seen. There was a couple, though, that is good to know that you have this person told me that they have a subscription to the Rogersville Review, which is good to know because, I don't think it's very much. I should probably just pay for it, but let's see. And I seen his booking photo. We showed that, and I showed his. I'm reading through her emails real quick. Here, I guess I could show you guys what I'm looking at so you know what I'm talking about. Because you guys, many of you are going to be lost. We need to talk about. Oh, yeah. That's why she's got that would make sense. Yeah, I know she's involved. She has to be. I allegedly. Where? Oh, I can't show that. Those are my email. I don't want to dox anybody. Forgot. I'm sitting here. So I can't show them. She's very much alone. Well, I don't know about. Maybe it is. It could. Okay, actually, maybe it could be the adults. And I was going to say it's probably Andy. her ex, because I feel like they would both have to be involved. But if he's not involved and he just knows something, that would make sense that would make sense him staying quiet if his son was involved. But if it was just Jody Sue, like, there's a reason why he's, besides the protective order, he's still very careful about what he says, it seems like. As far as, but not, about questions he shouldn't be careful about, I feel like. What's Bug? I don't know her nicknames for. Here, I should probably play this I had to pull this up on somebody else's YouTube because for some reason I can't find this interview. This is a Quinton interview though. This is not anything to do with Jody Sue or Ronnie Lawson. It's just that's been on my mind a lot, but I do want to see this. So I guess let's go ahead and watch this because I'm going to go get a drink and listen to it on my phone while I go do that. Oh, I thought that it was her son. That's what I'm saying. I thought Boog was her son. That's why I was confused. I was like, that's who we're talking about. So I was just confused. What.
Any crumbs? No, you're right. Okay, we'll mark 3.
Okay. Chris Sims said he was going back to look deeper into the situation with Lawson too. Oh, did he? Hey, Tits McGee. No, what's on Voices? No, I don't watch her because she just lies. She doesn't look like she's live. What do you mean have it? I don't see any live. Oh my gosh. I just saw a screenshot of Billy Joe and oh my God, she's aged like 20 years. I mean, I get it. It would be. Same thing she did with Dawn, now Mama Quinton. Yeah. And the same thing she did, it's similar to the same situation she did to me. That's what it reminds me of, when she went so hardcore against, and trying to say, that the person on my panel wasn't who they said they were, and that person was not retired from Hawkins County, and that, it's all a lie. I mean, she made the biggest freaking deal and had the most numbers she had in months doing that. She knows that it brings in money for her to be outrageous like that and have these outrageous viewpoints. And this one's extra outrageous. Like, but she sure ran out to look for Summer before she seen Kate. No, I don't remember the thumbnail, but I know it was just her being a bitch. I do remember that. But she was like trying to ask, I mean, she was just being, because like I was telling her she was wrong basically, and telling her that I was passionate and trying to explain it to her, because you guys know how I get when I get passionate about something. I, talk like I'm on freaking, I guess it could come off like I'm on drugs or something. But the reason why I was so passionate about it is I knew she was wrong. I knew she was wrong. And I wanted to be like, sure, just like listen to me for a second. I know she's telling the truth and let me explain why. But she didn't give me a chance to even do that. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to do that. And after she even gets proof of something, she still continues because it's all about the views. See? Any chance you know Bjorn's business name? It's I'm telling you, it's my father's house. I know it's not, that's the whole point. It's not the same address, and I know it comes back to, and I know there's my father's house church, but I'm telling you, the same people own Burham Church. There is shady shit going on. I promise you. I know. Even if the Stewarts don't own that church, it's still like shady, and they are still somehow all up in Burham Church somehow and mixed in. I know that. If the church isn't if the church is not owned by Roger Stewart, then tell me how. Okay. I know this is confusing. Brandon's house, he got it from the church. It was sold to him by the church, or given to him, or sold to him, or whatever. And even the pastor didn't even get a house. So I think that he just bought it off them for cheap or something, because Roger, he buys and sells tons of properties. And okay, how is it that when you look up the street or the road and the address of Brandon's house, it comes up affiliated with Burham Missionary Baptist Church? And the seller who sold the house to him was Roger Stewart. And and to me, I felt like I was under impression it was Roger Stewart who owns Burham Missionary Baptist Church, because, I mean, they do have houses. They do have a house across the street. They have several houses on Burham Road, but somehow they don't have that business registered, or Burham Church, on the Secretary of State. You're not going to find, they don't have it. They're doing that purposely. They're not putting the right addresses. They keep changing addresses. I know somebody did find something that the closest, I think it was Becca. I think it was Becca. Let me scroll back. Okay, there was a, I'll pull up the assessment. It comes up, there is a name that comes up. There was somebody who owned it a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure, I think the person is coming up, that Cinnamon name that somebody, or Becca, was able to pull up. I think it was, Anyways, I think it's saying that because it did used to be owned by somebody else up until like 2020 or 2019. The cemetery was owned by 2013 by Roger Stewart and Sons Farm. Yep, that's their business too. If the church owns them, they don't have to pay tax. Wait, what do you mean innocent? What don't they have to pay tax on just that? So I think, yes, they own, did I tell you guys this? It's not just that church. They own multiple churches. That's something that I didn't realize until I talked to somebody on the phone after my live. I don't think I told you guys that. Because that's something that was brought up about something with taxes. You don't have to pay taxes if it's church. And if you got tons of businesses and you're buying tons of house, reselling and stuff, nobody's going to really pay attention. You have so much going on. It's hard to keep up. I think like some money is somehow being laundered through these churches that they have. Burham is one of, there's also a church Kevin Stewart owns in Florida. So Kevin Stewart is the actual person that was on it says my father's house. I bet anything. I bet anything. I mean, even if it's not the Stewarts that own that, they're all in the business of that church. And the Lawsons that whole church is all Lawsons and family and friends of Lawson. And then we have Brandon, who was the deacon. It looks like he became the deacon in 2020. They lost a deacon in 2020. And if it's true, it happened at the church. Oh my gosh, that's even worse. But why Brandon's house? That's what wouldn't make sense. Is it keeps going back to the only thing that would make sense on the reason why it would come up affiliated with Burham Baptist Church or Missionary Baptist Church is if the person who sold the house to him was like affiliated with the church, like as far as like owner. I mean, he is supposedly a youth pastor or deacon very recently. But it shouldn't say that. Actually, I could probably look up the pastor's name and then I'll look up his address and see if it says affiliated with Burham Church. Multiple properties. Oh, Lana, it's probably. Wait, what? What is flip? A channel I watched put out a video about Lawson who killed his entire family a long time ago. I know. Quinton debacle's getting back to me too. I have more to send you as well. I was up till 4 a.m. and I'm back at it today. Damn you, Ziggy. Did you find anything of interest or anything that... Nuh-uh. He said, quit picking on my share. Is he? Hey, Jam. I'm reading your guys' comments. So prior to it being on Burim, well, it's not. See, it has it on Burim. It's listing it on Burim Road on like. Okay, it even did that on the assessment site. Has it listed on Burim Road? Okay, that's what its property. The property address is listed as. It says Burim Road on the assessment site. And this definitely says Burim Missionary Baptist Church. Okay? Because a lot of people's comments yesterday was like, well, Burim's not on. It's not on Burim Road. It's off it. It's on this other road off Burim. Well, exactly. I know. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the people lying. And here. I mean, because here they have it set. And there's no, denying that, Burim Road, Burim Missionary Baptist. And these ones above, other ones, I was confused about, but yeah, see how they've had them. I don't know. But see how these dates over here are at the top? Sale date. See how there's a Burim Cemetery? Burim Cemetery. Sorry, I was just seeing this for the first time. Seeing if we could find see if you can find the owner to the Burim Cemetery, Becca. Okay. Let's see. There's Tunnel Hill Road. There's Burim Road. And saying this little plot right here is, where is, they don't even have Burim Road on, or, not, Burim Road, but hold on. Oops, I keep getting it confused. Okay, there's Tunnel Road. Where's this highway? See? Wait, where is this? Doesn't even. Where's Highway 11? How come I don't see Highway 11 on that map? Can one of the mods put the link up for the petition? Yeah, we showed it the link yesterday, Sherry. So that's cool. Then why are they putting that? It was close to there when hold on. 1 sec. I'll pull it up on Pure. There's church. When I pull it up on, let's pull it up on this map. Oh, okay. I see. Burum. Okay. Thank you for the text. Very, very, very much. Thank you very, very much. That is very interesting information. Okay, I got some interesting information from Michelle in the chat. And this is going to be very interesting for you guys to see and to show you guys what the hell I'm talking about. Just another coinky dink. And tell me why. I'm telling you, something weird's going on. Okay. Burum Cemetery in Rogersville, Tennessee. This is a family cemetery on what was originally Mill Bend Farm, settled in 1780 by Henry Burum. The cemetery plot is under a cluster of trees beyond the barns toward the river and is enclosed by a chain link fence. As of the 30th July 2013, the land on which the cemetery lies is owned by Roger Stewart. That was in 2013. Good work, Michelle. Yeah, I was irritated about the Facebook thing, but maybe he thought he was doing the right thing because it was just like a, I mean, nobody wants a pedo on the internet, so I get it, but I was just irritated. I wish I would have recorded Brandon's friends list or something at least, and I would have put it out. I would have shared it. I would have put it in a video for everybody to use. I'm not trying to keep info for myself so that I can, break the case or expose Hawkins County or something on my own so I could be the one to do it. So I get all the credit. Oh, yeah, he did. I heard that he did. Lip Walk. I heard he recorded the whole Facebook. That's what they said. He first recorded it, then he had it shut down. So how are you going to tell me that's for the right reasons? If you're going to record it where you can use it, but nobody else can? I know I saw Michelle After Dark. It was awesome. Hey, Suzanne. Are you a local in that area in Tennessee? You don't have to say. The reason why I asked is Goins is a name I've run into as I'm doing these family trees. And let me see. Of course, why do I feel like Hawkins County is just conveniently down on? I wonder if they have any control over that. Like their jail, like their inmate search system. Good, Brenda. I need everybody. Oh yeah, well he is going to be. He is banned from Facebook. You're not supposed to be on Facebook if you're a predator, right? You know who JLR is? Johnny Lee Richards or Riches. Missouri. Ex-husband's last name. Oh, sorry. They just go there, go to their get internet. Yeah, just make fake names. Exactly. Yeah, and so anything, yeah, if you guys want to, I mean, it'd be awesome if everybody was like looking into this, and I'm glad that Michelle saw my video because she has even a bigger reach, you know, a bigger audience. So that's what I want. It's just for people to look into it. Oh, thank you, TJ. I think she just sent me something. Actually, I think what you probably just sent me is a site that I forgot about. So thank you for sending it to me. If it's what I think it is. I could see the email for a second where she was saying she sent me, hold on, let me find a website for research. I don't know if I know this one. Let's see. No, I don't know this website. Cool. Oh, wow. It's a genealogy website, a Tennessee genealogy website. Let me give it a little try, see what it, or how it, let me do. Okay, so you know how we haven't watched the Leilani thing yet, but you know how, oh, what was it? I just lost it. I'll remember here in a second. Because sex offenders have Facebook in Tennessee. Convicted sex offenders aren't allowed to use Facebook. If you've seen an account that may belong to, yep. Oh, thank you, Field Flop. Visipedia says my father's house on Bureau Road is owned by Kevin Stewart. Yeah, that's correct. But see, the issue with my father's house is some people are using as a way to make it or to try to distract, or they're trying, either they don't like me and they're just trying to be assholes, or they are a local who is in support of Ronnie or whatever and just want me to leave it alone. Like that person says, oh, the victims are fine with it, so why don't you just leave it alone? It has nothing. I mean, no, that's not true. It does have a lot to. That's what brought my attention really to it, because I never really looked into Ronnie before too much. So he did this to himself. Yeah, they're not supposed to be online. But people are trying to, okay, so my father's house, when you search it on the Secretary of State website, or it looks like somebody wherever you search it, it comes up. It comes up 1323 Burham Road comes up my father's house. Then I was sent that there's actually a my father's house church that is right there or in the area. But I think that's all. Try to find Burham Church. Try to find it in the Secretary. I don't even think I don't think it's even running like legally, but so people are trying to say, "Oh, I'm wrong because Burham Church is 1320 or 1324," and that address that I showed that shows Roger Stewart or Kevin Stewart, sorry, which is Roger's son, as the owner, which is Roger Stewart because he's moving properties around. But that comes up Kevin Stewart, 1323. I just feel like I don't know how they would get away with it. I don't know how they're getting away with this stuff. I don't know how it would be possible, but there's multiple churches owned by the Stewarts. And another thing. What was another little piece? I think I wrote it down. Carlot. Oh, Carlot. Carlot. Does anybody know somebody? Okay, Carlot in Rogersville area. Rogersville. Oh, shoot. Somebody that passed away with the last name is Bond. Who had a car lot. Let's see. Car lot. That's another little tidbit of information I've given. People are sending me like leads to look into. And I appreciate it. Like if you're local and you know something shady is going on, but you don't know exactly how to prove it, send it to Ziggy. I should do research as that would be like a dream job, like to be a private investigator. Okay. So here, let me text the person who told me about a car lot and see. Last year, Ronnie Lawson got in trouble for messing with the jail phones. He entered them in a contract with a phone company without permission. 2 cents kickback per text to sheriff department. $21K. Oh, that's who I was going to bring up earlier. I lost my train of thought. Bobo. What's his name? Bobo, the newspaper guy. Is it Jeff? Jeff Bobo. Jeff, right? Isn't that his name? Okay, let me show you guys something. Is this him? Yeah. Okay, so I was told Jeff Bobo's name come up in all this too to look into, and I was like, really, Jeff Bobo? I thought he's one of the good guys. But I was told that, which it could be he was just, I don't know. I don't even know it was him, but it's just something to look into. Like I said, a lead. I guess he supposedly turned off the comment section of the Rogersville Review when the Sheriff Lawson article went out or something like that. And I was told that they were contacted. Rogersville, or he was actually contacted and asked to shut off comments. I don't know if it was like directly by Ronnie Lawson or what. But so that got me curious. And I started looking into who he is. I started looking into, I was looking at the likes, because even if you can't see somebody's friends list, go through the likes. That's the first part to try to start. That's a good place to start if you can't, if somebody's hidden. Okay. So it didn't take me long to notice that he has Ronnie Lawson liking like pretty much every post of his. So that, of course, I was like, that's weird, because I haven't seen really Ronnie responding. I haven't noticed that before, but with him, with other people or anything, but I never really paid attention to him before. But it's not just like one, it's like, so I'm wondering if there is some truth, like if somehow the paper's even been manipulated into going along with this stuff, this Rogersville Review. Just a thought here. And something somebody brought up. After there was really, when I put it up, there was a few that there's like constant, maybe it was under these pictures. I don't know where probably on this post. That's probably where it really. Who's Jake? Jake Lawson. That's a name I saw a lot. Sorry. I'm trying to find that part where I was, where I found all those likes so I could show you guys what I was talking about. Not that it's like that big a deal, but it just is proof that, they know of each other, and obviously they know of each other. I mean, he works for Rogersville, but something to look into. So if anybody wants to, I thought about messaging the guy, but then I saw how much like this guy was, liking the post. That's how I got what alerted me to him and made me remember about it is I was on Ronnie's Facebook page, and then that's when I was seeing this guy liking all his posts, and I came back and I looked at Jeff's post, and I was like, wow, Ronnie's liking his too, which sounds like not a big deal, but it just kind of made me think, okay, well, maybe he was doing, would turn off the comments for Lawson. Because I was like, when I was told that, I was like, they would just do that? Isn't Rose Blythe's husband's last name Lawson? No. What's his last name? His last name is I'll let you know in a second if I don't forget. So I'll check here in a second. Here, let's look at I'm trying to find a connection between this guy and Judge Moore. And I bet anything I'll find something like a close connection, not just like I guarantee the judge was arranged and everything. You know, this guy is young, he's 40 years old, a new judge. Probably easily manipulated or something. I don't know. Yeah, he has a wife. Ronnie has a wife. Her name, they've been married for a long time. And she is, all of them have, you know, volunteer positions in these like organizations. Every single one of them. The whole family, they're all a part of the like, you know, like the they're all like the rescue squads, the different kinds of organizations that, you know, nonprofits. I mean, all of them are a volunteer for those types of places and are on the board of directors usually, or the, you know what I mean? Let's see here. Oh, so is there an Officer Cooper? Oh, thank you for the email, Lawson. Is it somebody that is actually related to Lawson? I mean, is it relevant to this, or is it something to just check out that's interesting? To the person that emailed me this.
The Lawson family murders, Christmas Day, 1929, in Germantown, North Carolina. Charles David Lawson murdered his wife, Fanny, and 6 of his 7 children, leaving behind his oldest son, 16-year-old Arthur Lawson. Killed were 17-year-old Marie, 12-year-old Carrie, 7-year-old Maybelle, 4-year-old James, 2-year-old Raymond, and 4-month-old Mary Lou.
I would bet that, I don't know, what year was this? Did she say? I would bet it's not related. It's pretty, and if it is, it's gonna be a distant relative, because I noticed for Lawson's, like, his family is all in Virginia or Tennessee, I believe. That's what it looked like, but I have a long ways to go, but in his family tree, but that's what it looked like. I mean, let me pull up these. I'll change this back to where you guys can. So now I'm on to something else. Well, won't look through this real quick. Let's go back. Let's go back to 2021. How do we do that? 28, 21. 8 posted. Let's see what you were doing. No, he hasn't spoken. He should have spoke before Brandon. This all happened, and that's what pisses. I mean, to me, that's what makes it seem even more shady. So all he posted was 2 times in 2021. Yeah, because he. Okay, hold on. Was that normal? Let's go to 2020. Why is it? I guess so. East Rogersville Baptist Church to see what God is going to do among us. Okay, so this is interesting. I heard that East Rogersville Baptist might be the church that Don went to before the current one. This is February 16th of 2020, and I also heard Ronnie Lawson used to go to this church. So, and I guess maybe he was going there at this time. Liv looks at me something, and I saw her. She said, check out his porn mustache. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, I'll show you guys. That's funny. She sent me that little picture of Ronnie. You gotta see this one. That's funny. A little intermission. So at first I couldn't figure. I was like, none of those look like him. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's this guy right here. That does look like him, actually. That one does look like him. I don't know. I wouldn't even call that a porn mustache. Like, it looks like a poor excuse for a mustache. I mean, but not a porn mustache. These would be like the porn stash, like this guy, maybe. His is kind of weak. Yeah, but not Ronnie. He's only part man, so he can't grow. Well, let's talk about really cool. I hear Brandon Lawson thinks he's really cool. He does look like Jeffrey Dahmer. You're right. He does look like Jeffrey Dahmer. He does have a resting bitch face. One next to him looks like the creep from the movie Ghost. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I think I know which guy you're talking about because I don't know. They both look funny, but I mean, this is a while back. I'm going to have to save this one because this one's a good one to keep for blackmail purposes. I'm just kidding, but I do want to save it. I probably should make a Ronnie Lawson folder if I haven't already. How the heck have I gone without making a Ronnie Lawson folder? See, I've never really looked into him. Let's see. Ronnie. Let's save it as old Ronnie stash. Okay, back here. Let's see. Okay, so East Rogersville Baptist Church. He likes his own post. Oh, so he likes his own post. He's one of those. So it's all about the attention. He likes his own post, so it looks like he he can give himself that extra like. Webster and Arnold's a name that has come up a lot. Davis. Sheldon Lives was what? I'm looking for some. I haven't even looked up the Stewarts on Facebook. I have though. I was just told that only 2 of those people in that picture are still alive today in the picture of the sheriffs or officers. He said named Officer of the Year. Who is that? I know you guys can't see it. John Reeves. Look at these. Oh, I know you. Dang it. I need to just suck it up and pay for the Rogersville review. Okay. I can do this later. Sorry, this is what I do, guys. And it's freaking pain. It's painstaking. It takes time, and it's wow. It's very time consuming. It can be addicting at first, but you do get burnt out with it. Hawkins County Sheriff's Office was awarded the 2021 East Tennessee Department of the Year by Tennessee Highway Safety. Really? The Department of the Year? Why? Why? That name looks like it says Lawson. Why was it named Department of the Year? I mean, they didn't even find Summer, or they haven't. That was like months after Summer went missing, and what would make them think that they deserved Department of the Year? What did they do? Must have been their turn, right? I guess. Or they, oh, that was Officer Larkin. And then that lady, she's probably this Morlock lady. Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Okay, this was a month before Summer went missing. Peace Officers Memorial Service, May 11, 2021 at 6 p.m. Hawkins County Justice Center. The memorial service is dedicated to the brave men in Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, as well as all fallen law enforcement officers across the nation who paid the ultimate sacrifice. All first responders and public are invited to attend. I want to say real quick, I love law enforcement. Like, I am definitely a supporter of law enforcement. Okay, so I'm not a cop hater or anything like that. Just to be clear, I don't like to use the word hate, but what I really highly dislike is crooked cops and people who take advantage of their position to benefit themselves. And, so that's what I hate. And it makes the rest of, there's some really good officers out there with, that are good people. I have some in my family. I have friends and they're in law enforcement and stuff. So I'm definitely a supporter of law enforcement, 100%. But I'm just not in support of Ronnie Lawson in law enforcement because he's taken advantage of his position. And he's already, I heard he's like in his late 60s now, mid to late 60s. So, and it's not just him that needs to go, actually. There needs to be a little bit of a shakeup. I don't know how they would judge it. I guess they probably they probably keep track of like some kind of, it's probably something to do with their like improvement over the year or something for crime or something. I don't know. They were named that in December 14, 2017. Wait, what do you mean? Hold on. Okay. Let me look back. This is December 13th, 2021. So yeah, this is 2021. Are you saying they were awarded it? I know you sent me an email. I figured it was the same thing. Thought it looked like the same thing. Oh, they got it. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think how I can open this so you guys can see it and not dox everybody or dox anybody. Because I was sent here, I guess I could look up this article she sent me, but if it's from, is it Rogersville Review? If it is, I won't be able to pull it up. Sheriff Ronnie Lawson. Okay, the Hawkins County Sheriff Office has been named Department of the Year in East Tennessee by the Governor's Highway Traffic Safety Office. Oh, it's been named the Department of the Year. What's the difference between that Department of the Year and this one's? This is Department of the Year too. East Tennessee Department of the Year. Oh, this one's just the East Tennessee Department of the Year. Let me see what. This is also East Tennessee Department of the Year. Hold on, I'll show you guys this. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to open this so I don't. I'll have to just screenshot it, I guess. Tony Allen, Sammy Morlock, Ronnie Lawson, and Greg Larkin is in the picture. This and back in 2017. Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, East Tennessee Department of the Year. Presented on this day, December 5th, 2017, by East Tennessee law enforcement lieutenant. I don't know. It says LEL Steve Dillard. Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said the honor was bestowed December 5th in Greenville during a regional meeting of East Tennessee law enforcement agencies. The honor speaks highly about my officers, Sheriff Lawson said. When the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office was announced as the Department of the Year in East Tennessee, the following citation was read. Sheriff Ronnie Lawson took office in 2010. He did? I thought it was before 2010. Hold on. How can I show you guys this without? Okay. Okay, I'm not doxing anybody here. I'll switch screens now, so. I have so many tabs open from all this that it's like hard to keep track of everything. Okay. So nobody's private info is showing. But here is what the article I was reading, because Karen sends me that. Karen Texas sends this to me because I can't open these articles by Rogersville Review. I think they let you view one article a day or something. He said Sheriff Lawson took office in 2010. No, it's B-U-R, or Burem Church is B-U-R-E-M. Good friend growing up whose uncle was a sheriff in Washington County, and like her grandpa was a big lieutenant or something, and her dad was a cop. Mom was something at the courthouse. But yeah, to have a grandpa, dad, and son, all three hold the sheriff's office over like decades is, I don't know how to word it. Not impressive, not surprising. But maybe something along those lines. Let's say they really go and tear that department apart. You know how long it would take to build it back up in Hawkins County, because they don't pay shit. I don't think that everybody needs to lose their job. There's just a few people and higher up positions I feel like need to. But I mean, I'm not the boss, so who am I? That's just my opinion. It says here that Ronnie Lawson took office in 2010. I thought he's been uncontested for 20 years. Or is 2010 when did he lose in 2006 and then come back 2010? Because I did hear he lost they said for short time, somebody said, or for maybe one term. They said there's a Burem in Beech Creek. That's the Burem Church in Beech Creek. I mean, that would probably be it, right? Or how close is it to Beech Creek? Maybe it's not. Beech Creek's like, I mean, what do they call Beech Creek? What area do they consider that? Where Beech Creek Road is? 4 consecutive terms of 4 years. Well, how is that possible? That's 16 years. Okay. Oh, so basically he'll be in there 16 years at the end of this. He just started his 4th term, 2010, 2014, 2018. Yeah, so this is his 4th term. They would be up against all the Tri-Cities and Chattanooga area and Greenville. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. He just started his 4th. Okay. It says he has built an office on ethics, integrity, professionalism, and expects the same from his officers. Really? Integrity and ethics? I understand this was 2017. Do you think it's really ethical for you to be able to have the opportunity to prepare for how long? I'm guessing for probably about at least a year, right? That would be a guess because the crimes were between 2018 and 2020. Let's say it took him a year to come out about it, 2021. He's known for a while. He prepared. We know that. It's easy to see. Can't find Ronnie, or you can't find Brandon anywhere on the internet, like anything about his. It's really hard. I mean, you can find it, but it's you've got to really dig, and it's usually not that difficult. Pull up Roger Stewart's criminal records. Yeah, he did. I don't think he had. He has that one. He has that reckless homicide. It wasn't Robin's church. It was Burham looking for Summer. Wait, what? Innocent? Was that the church that Candace drove to that day? Let me see how far this church is from where they're at. I don't know what church I think that they mean the church that was at the end of Fields Road, right? That's the church is that the church that she drove to that day, down to the one that's over near Fields Road? Yeah, I do remember her looking for Summer, but isn't it that church that would be where they set up, like the cops set up? I'm just guessing that if that would seem about right, because I've been in the area and I know that would seem about right if she did. I don't know why she would go that way, but you know what's weird is that's where Fields Road is. You know what? She said that. Solomon's is close. But I don't know. I kind of now feel it's that road the church on the end of Fields and Beach Creek, over there at Fields and Beach Creek, because that's where the cops, or law enforcement, had concentrated for forever, looking around Fields Road and I think it's Bells Road. And that would be right by the church that they had set up. The law enforcement had set up things, and they had been looking around there. That's one of the last areas we heard about them searching. So I wonder if Candace said she drove down to the church because maybe people saw her and she's just covering for herself. And so that's why she said that, but maybe she was going down that way for something else, to meet somebody, or Burnham's past the church. Yeah. Solomon's was where Mount Carmel. Want to make sure he was charged? Yeah, he was. But he I guess he got a really light sentence, and he tried to fight it. He got 2 years in prison, but it was an accident. Not the, and as far as I know, he wasn't under the influence. They didn't report him being under the influence anyways. I mean, they didn't report Brandon being under the influence either when he'd gotten that boat wreck, did they? And I would also think I'm going to send or put out a request also to look into. I'm just giving people ideas on who to look into. Because it's like, we'll share leads, okay? But they need to be like actually legitimate stuff that because I don't want to waste a bunch of time on stuff that is not legitimate. And anything like, I've Googled everything. I mean, anything that's on Google pretty much. I mean, sometimes you got like those articles that, was it Kathy or Karen? Karen sent me some of those. I actually didn't see because wasn't. But usually I probably will see those. But so the other place I want people, or I think that people should look, and I'm going to when I get time and around to it, and I have kind of, but I haven't got very far, is who, I know the name, who the kid was that was with, it was only Brandon and one other kid when that boat accident happened, okay? And I guess it was kind of shady when that happened too, because I guess nothing ended up happening out of that. I mean, the lady died. We hear rumors that Brandon was 3 times over the legal limit. But I imagine if he was 3 times over, don't you think I don't know, maybe the other guy wasn't drinking. Do you think it's possible maybe Brandon was just drinking? I mean, he was on this boat with just him and one other guy. When they crash into this other boat with a man and an older gentleman and his son. It might have been one other person. I think it was just the older gentleman and his son. It might have been but the older gentleman passed away. I'm wondering if the other kid that was with Brandon, well, actually, I have a perfect person to ask probably, but I still need help looking into him though. That his name's Gary Cooper. He is 20 or 39 years old at this time. And I just wonder who his family is what I want to know, because he got out, or they all got out of it. So I'm kind of leaning towards this Gary Cooper kid that Brandon was with on this boat. Parents must have also been somebody in law enforcement or a wealthy businessman or said I drove all the way to the church when Mount Carter isn't that far. Did she mean farther? Right. Hi, Deacon, and somebody. dressed like, who's that? Super Duper Trooper? Oh, really? His name's, gosh, now you guys going to have me second guessing myself. Also, oh shit, guys. Oh my God, guys. I just thought of something. I just thought of a freaking theory. I know it's just a theory and speculation, kind of. It is, but you know how we were all looking into, what's his name? David Dodson or whatever his name, Dobson or whatever his name is. For some reason, somebody told me that I should look into the funeral homes around there. Because, and because I guess the Stewarts own a lot of funeral homes too. So we're going to look into that. If they own Christian Sales, I'm going to have a freaking BF because I saw that name come up a lot. I think it's called Christian Sales, or it's weird, but. So I just thought, wow, wouldn't it be crazy? Maybe it is true oh my God, guys, I got something else that kind of goes along with it. Maybe it is. I kind of pulled away from Donna Serafina's idea of what happened. But now I feel like now that I'm thinking all this stuff with supposedly the funeral homes, them owning funeral homes, owning churches, we've got the law enforcement, we've got the money. If there is some kind of ring, these are the people more, that's the type of people that's going to be involved and be able to get away with it. But that means they would have access to cremating. Wow. Oh, and another thing, the judge. I know this is again going by a psychic, but it's just weird coincidence, and I'm just throwing it out there. But you know how Mystical Mermaid said, well, it's not just her that said it. It's Cott County Fairgrounds area has been come up several times. Came up all the way at the beginning because of, I think it was Ernie and them going out there, or something about I think that it was Cott County Fairgrounds where they were going. And then it came up recently again in a conversation with me and Mystical Mermaid, and she's a psychic. Anyways, we had whether or not you believe in it or not, it still was an interesting conversation. It still had me thinking. The judge is from Cott County area, and when you go on his Twitter and stuff, that's all he has is pictures from that area, Cott County. So I don't know. I just thought that was strange. It's probably nothing, and probably just a coincidence. But I don't know. It did make me okay. He lives on Beach Creek. Is he 39? I think I know his back. I think I pulled up his oh wait, is this? Hold on. Why does my internet seem to be going slower when it's supposed to be going faster, not slower? So yeah, he's supposed to be 39. I have his background pulled up somewhere, I thought, but I just still don't know I haven't got far as his parents. I just got sidetracked. Let's see. It says he is on 20. Okay, hold on. Let's look this up. And also I have to show this too. This is sorry. So much stuff keeps like coming up and I'm like, I get so sidetracked because let's see. I was going to show Google Earth. That's what I was going to do. Okay. That's not, it used to have the address Tunnel Road too. Anyways. Okay. Actually, let's go to Google Earth Studio. It's going to change tabs. That's okay. What do you mean the server can counter the error? Okay. I never got my drink either. How about well, shit, it's so off topic. I want to watch that Leilani interview, but okay, so let's see, what is it? The address 2541. That sounds familiar, but a lot of people live on Beach Creek, I've noticed, that have come up in this case. Okay. Let's see how. Wait. Isn't 347 the same road that, hold on. Burham Road is the same road as Beach Creek. Burham Road is 347, but it is way further down. Let's see how far. I think it's pretty far. I don't know. I'll look later, I guess. But I just noticed that this Beach Creek's 347, and so is Burham Road. People say a lot, Moonshine Girl. I can't go by what people, I have to check and make sure, because people on here give out so much wrong information and you still have to double check. It's like everybody has to find out for themselves. You know what I mean? 12 months of Ziggy. Woohoo! Okay, so Thank you so much. How do I get to full screen again? No, I don't want this thing. Anyway, all right. Well, I can't figure out how to close this, and it's going to bug me. But I did have it closed. It went. Okay. Trying to see here. Ball Cemetery. Okay, that's. I'm just looking at where this house is in relation to like everything else that we know. I just need to know. I saw. Thank you for. It looks like you sent me a background, or somebody sent me a background of Gary Cooper. I just need to know. I have that. I just need to know. Need somebody to look into it and see if his parents are police officers or law enforcement, or what they do, or Beach Creek Missionary Baptist. There's Light Road. So it's pretty far. There's fields. So right here is the Mount Carmel church that you guys are talking about. That's right, right there across from Fields. It's somewhere over here, right there. And this is where they were looking at, because I guess this property right here is owned by Andy's parents. And for some reason, Andy went down there the day that Summer went missing, which is quite interesting because so did Candace, right? If she went to this church that's right over here by Fields Road, that's where Andy was. Andy went, because Fred said that was weird, that he hadn't been there in a year, and he decided to go like the day Summer went missing, or the evening, or it was like the next day. It was soon after. I know that. But anyways, so I was just looking how far down that was. Let me see something. Let's see what you guys think. The Wells have a new place. I heard that. A week or Becca Soup has been saying he was there for a week or two now. What? Wait, what? Is this Dawn's new place? No, that was Gary Cooper. The guy who got in an accident with Brandon Lawson back in, what was it, 2014 or something? And they somehow, I didn't mean to go to this one. How am I in this one? It's not what I wanted to go to. Let's see. That name sounds familiar. Or no. This is going way, way slower than it should be going. I just had his. Here he is. His middle name's Robert. Could be a great guy. I don't know. This was a while ago. I'm not like attacking him or anything. I'm just trying to see who his connections are. We have a Chris Cooper in the area. It's probably his brother. He's about almost 40, so I'm guessing this is probably his dad right here. Yeah, that's probably his dad. It looks like he's a junior. He's a junior. Ronnie Lawson, a farmer, Roger Carpenter, a Baptist pastor, found Simpson and Carly in the area that could only be reached by four-wheel vehicle or on foot. Carpenter. I know that name too. Carpenter's come up also, and I'm trying to, now that's, okay. Under jobs, it says Inwood house development, but that doesn't mean. Martha looks like it possibly her name, or that could be his stepmom. Right here. Let's see. I don't know, they don't have much on there. Looks like that address that Junior or Gary Cooper Jr. lives at is owned by his parents. Looks like. They all have concealed weapon permits, like every single one of them. But so that's why I'm wondering if this guy is I mean, that doesn't mean he has to be law enforcement. I just. See something. Let's see if we see Roger Stewart or any of the Stewarts up in here. Nope. See, this is what's this is more normal. Like having a couple, I mean, when you pull up any of the Stewarts, and I know they sell houses and stuff, but you'll see the houses being, and it's like, they buy also a lot of the churches, and it's just odd. Taylor to a Horry County. Look at this winter on Beach Creek. Freaking weirdo. Okay. Miller's Chapel Church. Another church. Another affiliated church. Miller's Chapel Church. This is different because this is coming up to this, to actually him. It's different than what Brandon, yeah, Plant Defa did. Okay, awesome, Becca. Well, I just need to I need to know if they're law enforcement, though. I know who I have the background sites that I can look up, like everybody's names and addresses and phone numbers and stuff like that. But I'm just needing to know, like, that's the stuff. That stuff isn't really. I mean, I need it. That's what I get started on, but I have to go away. I have to know, like, specifics, like, you know what I mean? Have to dig into their life just a little bit. This one's in Greenville. This church that he has here says Greenville. Miller's Chapel Church. Okay, I didn't see. See, I haven't found anything. This Miller's Chapel Church is interesting, but it's probably nothing. I mean, it's weird that another church comes up. I mean, I've never seen so many churches freaking come up ever. It's really. Let's see, Miller Chapel Church. That's in Green. Wait, what was the Greenville with the E at the end of? Okay. I don't know. That's something I'll have to, I guess, look into later because pay no tax. Brilliant idea. Do you think they're scamming the banks for long? Yes. 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 Jen Hoffa. Yes. Can they do that? Is that possible? That's what it looks like. Is that possible for somebody to do? That's exactly what they're doing. Their properties you'll look at, and it will be a property that's sold for $100,000, and then next thing you know, they're getting a loan or mortgage for like $1 million, and then later on, then you think, okay, maybe they added on to the property, and but then you see later on it was sold for $100,000 again. It doesn't make sense. That's what Trump is under investigation for? Absolutely possible. Just got a glimpse of that interview. I know I'm about to. Under a church for tax evasion, that's what I'm thinking. Don's builder business, but yeah, he did pass. That guy did pass. I could have told you that. That would be awesome, though. I know, right, Vanessa? Reverend Donna did say the church is involved, and I was starting to think I was totally, that her interview or her reading was totally off. Like I at first was like, because it seems so out there, but this guy's in a lot of financial trouble. You guys, this is a perfect person Roger, I mean, this is let me show you again what I'm talking about. Here's Junior. I know everybody assumed it was a Seventh-day Adventist church. That's what I'm saying. And when I heard that he was a deacon at a church, I was like, oh my God, what church is it? Because I knew I was going to find something. I was like, oh my God, is it this church? Is it this church all along? I mean, you guys know how I like do those silly, like how I was like practicing with tarot and stuff. I know a lot of people won't believe it, but I kept getting church too with that. But I still, I mean, but as far as even without, going by a psychic or anything like that, it still feels like a possibility. It really feels like a possibility now. And it makes sense. We've got Jody Sue claiming to have worked with the big and little fish for years and years or something. How'd she word it? I've worked with many big and small fish for over a decade, including Lawson, but not as much as others, because all the other agencies, even big fish, knew not to trust Hawkins County. We had to leave them out of a lot of stuff, even while working with many at once on mass things over the years. Okay. What use would you possibly be for law enforcement agencies, Jody Sue, over the last decade? Interesting. How long ago was that arrest where you snitched on that guy who's in prison, who's getting out this week? Maybe already out now? Was that a decade ago? Oh, I think it was. How freaking, what a quinky dink. A decade would be about the time she snitched on that guy. Yeah, a decade is 10 years. It's been 10 years since he got a 10-year sentence. So that's when, it looks like that was the start of Jody Sue's profession as a confidential informant, when she got that guy in trouble for cocaine. I guess he's like a scary guy that you don't want to mess with. She mentioned a blonde, sun-kissed lady defending her son on one side. Yes, I remember that. Was that Sloan was, I just remember that. Yum. I'm scrolling through your messages. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. Maybe we'll figure out this together. Since you guys, that's what I'm saying. I don't know much about real estate. I really don't. So that's why we have to work on this together. Like, we all have our things that we're good at. We all have our different skill sets, right? And that's why people need to work together, because, well, you're good at one thing and I'm good at another. And, Lady CJ is good at, we're all have special, different things we're good at. And, well, I don't know anything about real estate and how that all works, or loans or mortgages or anything like that, because I've never had a mortgage. Then, I bet there's plenty of you here who are homeowners that, or have worked as, in real estate businesses, or have been, have sold houses. So this is Roger Stewart Jr. And actually, he's him or his brothers are the ones that you probably want to look at their assets, because senior Roger, already got everything out of his name for the most part. And everything he has in his name, he's just keeping there. He's not going to sell ever because he owes so much money in liens and has these people have major motive. There's a major money motive. And if and that makes me think what Donna said about, I thought it was so far-fetched what she said happened as far as, with Summer, with the video thing. I don't even want to say it because it's so freaking gross and horrible. But then it makes me think, she said a carousel. Okay, I remember her saying a carousel. And that's what made me think of Cobb County, because that came up. I don't know. Okay, let's look through this. Okay, so let me look at your comment. Right, Missy, that makes sense. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, right? So not to mention a church deacon as well as a father and son being in it together. She did. Oh. Wow, I feel like we should watch that. That's crazy. You're right. She did say that. Well, Donna mentioned a carousel. She was seeing a carousel. That she's a psychic, so it's not actual factual Jen Hoffish, just which I think I think she's speaking literally, like she sees a carousel. I think she's saying it's near it's like some kind of landmark or where she's near, I guess. Where she believes she's near. She had to do something wrong? Yeah, she got busted in that bust in 2010. There was a big bust around 2010 or so where like 30 some people got arrested. And just so happened, like, I'm guessing Jody Sue was a part of that bust. And to get out of it, she snitched on some people. The guy she snitched on, that I hear the rumor allegedly snitched on, he had just got out of jail that day. She literally, what I hear, they picked him up from jail, from what I hear, and was giving him a ride to get him cocaine and set him up. Like, she set him up with the cocaine. Took him to get it, is what I hear. And he had it on him, of course, because she took him to get it. So I'm writing down Sloan because now I want to watch that again. Well, we got a father-son. Okay, father-son can be Ronnie and Brandon, allegedly. Father-son could be Roger and Roger Jr., Roger and Kevin, any of his sons, allegedly. Just but this guy was like he was bad news. Like I guess he had I don't know how much was on him. Smoky Days. Like he had a history for sure. Like he's definitely got a scary history. Oh, really? Blue Soul Cup, Kingsport. So what do you know? Do you know anything about some of the things I'm saying? Yeah, there was Lawson's. It was my brother-in-law and nephew was in that bus. It happened in 2012. So did you hear that she snitched on somebody in that bus? Yes, I think so too, Vanessa. Maybe Brandon Lawson is the guy in handcuffs that takes him to summer. I mean, he doesn't really have anything over his. I mean, he has he does have 19 years probation, and yes, that is like the guy on Chris McDonough was saying. It is quite the, that sucks big time. I mean, it's if he really has a drug problem that like's rumored. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make it. He's going to end up back in prison unless it gets covered up again. She said everyone would be shocked at who gets arrested. Really? Jody Sue said that? That's just how Fred said it happened. But I mean, after I see this screenshot, if you guys weren't here earlier to see this, I guess I'll show you it because it's pretty shocking. It was on Fizzle's channel from a conversation she had with Jody Sue in Discord. And one of the comments just really, with everything going on, just like really stuck out to me. I mean, really stuck out to me. She says, I've worked with many big and small fish for over a decade, including Lawson, but not as much as others because all the other agencies, even big fish, knew not to trust Hawkins. We had to leave them out of a lot of stuff, even while working with many at once on mass things over the years. Mike Lawson gets out in 2023. Yeah, there's one that gets out this year. The one that it's rumored that she snitched on gets out this year. Donna Serafina said everyone will be shocked. Well, there was like 30 some people arrested. Smokey, it wasn't just this one. It was all like a big, hoopla of them just arresting a bunch of people. Okay, so Williams is the name. Came up. Here's the Bradley. Look at these Bradley's. Bradley is the pastor at the church. That's his last name. And do you know Blue Soul Cup or anybody who, what's the name? Lawson. Who, an Amy Lawson, I don't know if it's Ronnie's brother's daughter. I know he had a daughter named Amy, but when I need to know who the Amy was that was married to a Bradley. Yeah, Gurley is the name I brought up because Roger Sr. was married to Rachel Gurley. Her maiden name is Gourley. She could have been probably Jeb. Yeah, that pain clinic thing in Georgia was crazy. Hey, Lil Wing. Yeah, she does make up stuff too, and she is not an honest person, and will say, she says things even about herself that look bad, and seems not. Yeah, she's a big time pathological liar. Okay. Okay, Connie Eileen. Let's look at this one real quick. Because I think this was his first wife, Senior. And I heard a rumor that we have to look into. Hint, hint. That she shot off his finger. Roger Sr. Let's see who you're friends with. Kelly Cooper Lawson. Kelly Cooper Lawson. I've seen these names come up a lot on their these two Lawsons, but I don't think they're really closely related to Lawson. Jack Lawson. What's Lawson Campground? She was married to Roger Sr. Okay. You know who Roger, do you know who Roger is? Is he a shady character? Did she shoot off his finger? Is that true? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she had good reason because it sounds like the guy has, not that it's right to shoot somebody. I don't mean that, but you know. He was the biggest builder in Hawkins, right? Okay, so Blue Solo Cup, was he a shady businessman? What would you say his reputation was? Was he a good man? Was he like, what could you say about him that you know to be true, like factual? Good or bad? It doesn't have to be bad. Just whatever you know. Anything you know about the guy that could, because do you know if is he friends with the Lawsons? Like the sheriff? Do you know? I know you say you don't know Ronnie, but oh, I know, right, Smokey? What makes a blue Solo cup superior to a red one? Okay, let's. Okay, I could probably show you guys. See, there's Bjorn. He owns a lot of let's go. Oh, that was 2008. She was married to him a long time ago, so I probably want to go back a lot. Looks like he wasn't. I'm not, but just so you know, I know she's your cousin. I'm not looking to her. I'm looking into him. So it's not, I'm not like, doesn't look like. He didn't. Oh, for the crash? He owned a car lot and drove a car off his lot and wrong side of the road and killed an old lady. Yeah, I know. I went over that yesterday. I was told you were covering about the boat accident Brandon had in 2012 and looking for Cooper and Lawson connection. Yeah, right. Gary Cooper was the America True Crime. Gary Cooper was the guy that was with Brandon on the boat that crashed. And so what I was looking for is to know who his parents were. Like, did he have parents that were also in law enforcement? I'm looking for signs of corruption, basically, because I hear that was another shady dealing that basically that supposedly Brandon was 3 times the legal limit. And that whole thing was also mishandled, which to me, like if Roger Stewart gets 2 years in prison by going the wrong way on a road to make it a shortcut or to, try to take a shortcut to his car lot, then shouldn't Brandon get time for, or whoever was with him, for driving a boat drunk? Because I'm sure you can't tell me one of them was so wasted like that and the other one was just like sober. And when he hit her, he told the police he did that all the time. Wait, what? Real song filler? What are you talking about? Hold on, let me scroll back and see. But I did hear about his wreck. But Cooper and Lawson, they were former mayor and vice mayor. Really? Okay, let me look back on American True Crime, your channel. Because see, she has a lot of properties too because of all So that I knew there was going to be that his parents had to be somebody. I knew it. Like they had to have some kind of like. Doesn't look like back when he was with Connie that he was doing as much shady shit. I don't know. We'll see. I just started. Okay, let me look at American True Crime real quick. America. Ooh. Are you sure this is a... Wait, hold on. I'm going to change. I'll change screen. Let me show you guys so you guys can get a look while I'm looking into this. Are you sure that's Gary Cooper's dad? Are you sure that's related to the guy who was in the boat, American True Crime? Are you sure these Coopers right here are related to the Cooper that was in the wreck with Lawson? Oh, so well, that's what I'm trying to find is well then, if it's not anything related to that, then who is it? See, I'm looking for Mac Haynes. The name Mac has come up a lot because that's Ronnie Lawson's dad and his grandfather's name. But they're Lawsons. Charles Otis Lawson. Oh, really? Levi Bradley from Burham Church also performs with Timmy with Lamplight Theater. No, Quinton, as far as I know, has not been found, which... No, I don't have been verified. I don't know what this... Let's see. Let's read this. The 3 people, including 2 public officials, have been indicted on charges stemming from an investigation of the Utility District Board of Hawkins County. The charges are a result of investigation by the TBI and State Controller's Office. The charges stem from excess compensation from the board, misuse of surplus military equipment, and conflict of interest. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of conflict of interest going on in Hawkins County. Those indicted was Mac Haynes Cooper. Dang, he's dang near freaking... He's got one freaking foot in the grave already. Hawkins County, former mayor of Surgeonsville and current... Which is... Surgeonsville is where... the area Judge Moore. Oh, he said he's heard it on the scanner. Robin Renee Hoffman is Cooper's daughter and former clerk at the utility. Yeah, funny how this... See, this is I guarantee this stuff is, it's not just this guy involved in it. This was in 2008. But I don't think he's related, is he? I'm trying to find who's related to this Cooper, Gary Cooper. Yeah, who's Charles Otis Lawson? I see that, but there's a lot of Lawsons in that area. I mean, there's tons of Lawsons. Like, that's the problem is like, I mean, it's common to see the name Lawson. It doesn't mean they're related, you know? I mean, they've been living there for generations. Vice Mayor of former Vice Mayor of Surgeonsville under Cooper. Oh, why he lied? I've not heard anything bad about Roger Sr. or Ziggy, but he was a very powerful man in Hawkins just a few years ago. I think the wreck and a few other things put a dent in his influence, though. Yeah, did he get in trouble? Has he been in trouble for money laundering? Because it looks like he was what he's doing. Did she shoot off? Why'd she shoot his finger off? A little bit. I can't look at. I haven't watched him since he started doing that stuff in front of Leilani's house. I mean, there's no need to. I don't really agree with that, but you do what, Jab? What, Jab? What is it that you're saying you have? You said you have phone numbers and stuff. I have I already have background sites. I like Intellius over I mean, I have had been verified before and stuff, but I actually found Intellius to be more accurate and easier to understand and use. Wow, sorry. I'm reading somebody's text. About gosh. You guys, I don't know though. I felt like things are about to properties in Hawkins County. Oh, thank you for the link. Let me see if I have that link. Rue sent me a link to a property search site. I want to see if it's one I've used yet. Oh, okay. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, let me see if I can pull that up here and we'll look together. Oh, no, that's not what I want to pull up. Rue sent me. Okay. Same pain in the ass. Try and follow the money. See who supports donated to Lawson's campaign. Endorsed, right? So that's what they always say. Follow the money. So let me move that off the screen. He has two. Yeah. His dad is his dad's name's Gary too. So make sure to figure out if it's his dad, I think, that owns the properties, not him. I'm sure it will be really easy to figure out what his parents do. I just haven't had to look. I haven't really looked into it. I haven't had time. It was just something I thought that would be easy for somebody to find out. The hard things I'm trying to let's look up Roger. Why is I'm gonna this? How many is on here? 67 properties. Bunch of them though looks like trailer. $5281 Highway 11. Today. What the hell? I don't even know what I'm looking at, really. I mean, I know what it is. It has to do with taxes, but $2015. Wow, this does look like a very, thank you so much. This definitely looks like a site that will be very helpful for anybody who wants to know what this site is. It's hawkins-tn.mygovonline.com. I'll share the link for anybody who does research, because this looks like it's for Hawkins. I'm guessing, though, if you wanted to do Sullivan, you might just replace Hawkins with Sullivan. Let's see if that would work. I know that works with the... Nope, I guess it's just for Hawkins County. So... my internet's going unusually slow. Okay. Hold on, let me pull up the chat on my phone because I don't know what you guys are saying because I'm all looking at this. Yeah, do you know what Carter's value loop is? He is, I mean, this is what he does, but now this is between him and Junior. Okay, so the ones that say Roger, Stewart, and Deanna. That's the younger one. Obviously, it says junior. These ones right here don't say either way, but I wonder if these people really do. Do you guys really think it's a thing that people name their kids the same name as them to confuse people? Do you really think that's a thing, or is that just like being crazy and paranoid? Just hear rumors, yeah. Haley Cummings. I haven't been able to cover many other cases, fortunately. I mean, there for a while I was pretty engrossed in summer, but I'm finally finally have moved on to some or other ones. Just Samantha says, Ziggy, you can give Jim Terry a run for his money. You can be a private investigator. I have always thought that would be really cool. I feel like I would be good at it. And it'd be fun because it can be really interesting. However, it's not fun after when you get to a point where you hit a wall, and that's when it's like, you just want to, that's when I would hate it. Like if I was a private investigator, like with 6 Up, that was like the hardest. I have to give props to her because she is very difficult to find. And usually it's not difficult to find information about people. And if you're having a hard time finding information, there's a reason. That's actually not the norm. So that's when it sets off alarm bells for me. To me, that's what part makes me suspect Lawson even more, Ronnie Lawson, because why did he completely yeah, I know the trustee website, but thank you though, because you never know. But yeah, usually you can find information pretty easily. But I guess it is possible to get your information wiped from the internet. And I don't know how they do it, but it's done. I mean, look at Nicole Kessinger. That was another one. Her information was just gone. Lawson, you can't hardly find anything. You've got to dig to find, or Brandon Lawson, you have to dig to find anything on him. I have a feeling the stuff here on the Stewart's list, I'm afraid it's going to get all like, that's why I feel like a rush to get this stuff out there, because I feel like these people are in a position that things are going to start disappearing from the internet. Because I know something's up. In my opinion. Okay? So when I say I know I can't say that for a fact, because obviously I don't want to get sued by this greedy POS, but and I guess I don't know 100%, but I feel very strongly that this guy is involved in like very shady stuff. And definitely even more so than Lawson, really. But Lawson's associated with them, and birds of a feather flock together, and things are not like looking good here. And man, when I look at Ronnie Lawson, like I get real creep vibes, and I know that's mean and stuff, but like, I don't know. There is kind of like a look of these guys. It is. It's so in your face. I guess it's like that saying, Diva, that if the easiest place or the easiest way to hide something is to just do it in the open, because it's so people. It really is the best way to do it, because people, especially in positions where you're trained and your mind is trained to think like law enforcement is good, right? So they can easily get away with things like this, because especially in an area like Hawkins County, where where loyalty is big and they still got those old school values. And, it's all about, they're more about family and, so, and because everybody's family there too. I mean, this Hawkins County is if something is going on like this, I mean, Hawkins County would be like it's like the perfect, everything about it just screams like it's just the perfect breeding ground for corruption. I need a drink. Oh, I don't need the addresses. I just need, thank you though. Sorry, I was talking to, I answer my texts sometimes out loud when I'm live because I can't, I need a drink. Here, let's play the, I know this is off topic, but let's play that interview real quick so I can have a second to go get something to drink and pee. I know, TMI, but I also want to see this. I know it's a complete left turn, but that's typical of me here.
3 weeks since 20-month-old Quinton Simon went missing. Chatham County Police and the FBI believe that he is dead and are currently searching a local landfill looking for his remains. Police say Quinton's mother, Leilani Simon, is the only suspect in his disappearance and death at this point. Today, WTOC Shay Schrader in an exclusive interview. Shay, what did she have to say?
Today, I did speak with Leilani Simon with her mother, Billy Howell, by her side. I talked with Leilani about what's happened since her son's disappearance, what she remembers from the day he was reported missing, and what things have been like since. She told me she's had a lot of sleepless nights and hopelessness. Billy and Leilani also told me that they learned what's happening with Quinton's case mostly by watching the news, and not knowing where he is has been unbearable.
We're in limbo. We're in limbo just like everybody else is. We're sitting here every day waiting for answers. Being in this house is hard. My mother and I can't even stay inside throughout the day. We always are outside because there's just so many memories that we don't know if we're going to have again.
The FBI and the Chatham County Police Department have been searching a local landfill for Quinton since October 21st and have not announced finding anything. Meanwhile, over the weekend, 4 people were arrested outside of the Simon home, 3 for blocking the driveway, and 1 for banging on doors and windows. Leilani tells me that incidents like these have made her and her family fear for their safety in the middle of an already terrible situation. I'm working on stories with more from our conversation coming up on the news at 5 and 6.
All right. Thank you, Shay. WTOC, of course, has been following this story since the very beginning. To take a look at everything we have learned so far in the timeline, go to our website, WTOC.com. Just look for the Quinton Simon case page.
Okay.
I will be advising.
Here, I'm going to rewind it, I guess, a little. Just watch her, what she says. again, her part, even though it's, even though it pisses me off, but I couldn't pay attention exactly because I was, and plus what she was saying sounded like, she looked like she was fake crying. I kept trying to see like if I could see any tears.
News and not knowing where he is has been unbearable.
We're in limbo. We're in limbo just like everybody else is. We're sitting here every day waiting for answers. Being in this house is hard. My mother and I can't even stay inside throughout the day. We always are outside because there's just so many memories that we don't know if we're going to have again.
The FBI and the Chatham County Police Department have been searching a local landfill for Quinton since October 21st and have not announced finding anything. Meanwhile, over the weekend, 4 people.
The very first thought that comes to my head before baby killer is, or right after baby killer is, you're fucked up. Both of them were high as can be. On heavy drugs. I mean, I understand. I mean, I get it. Like if my daughter was missing, I would be high too. So I guess I can't say much, but still, like, I feel like they're both, it's their faults. I mean, I know people, I just don't believe that Leilani is innocent. And more than likely, the chances are Billy Joe is too. In some ways, like accountable, because I mean, she left the kids there. I don't know. It was her responsibility. And I understand, I get that she was trying to pay the bills and stuff. I take everything into consideration, you know, but when I started to get some sympathy for her, then, you know, we hear about them out partying, and it just, that's just not normal. Then you're like, oh, did they not think that nobody would like record that? I mean, she's like the most hated woman in America right now, or girl America. And she just like was openly getting drunk. Both, you know, the whole crew were just getting drunk there, partying it up, flirting with waiters, getting phone numbers, and actually texting them right after, which isn't one of them married and the other one engaged? WTF? Okay. And both of them are missing their child. One of them is missing a child. One's missing their grandchild. I have no words. You're thinking about flirting. You're flirting with guys exactly a week after. Yeah, the nerve. Okay. Conan and Justin's shows said they were not drinking alcohol, but that's, oh, yeah, okay. I do believe law enforcement knows exactly what went down. Full interview was at 6. Oh. Okay, thanks, Jab. But if you can find what the parents do, though, that's what I'm really looking, because I need to connect them. I know the address is, or I have the addresses. Okay. So you said there's a full interview out now? There's a different interview out? Did you guys hear about this? Let's hear what this says. Is there really another interview out? Hey, Darlene. If my child was, of course I only have one child, but I mean, I suppose if I had another child, it would be different because I'd have to carry on for that child. But if something happened to my daughter, yeah, like that, I probably wouldn't live through it. There's no way. I'm just being honest. My only child, there's just no way. If it wouldn't be self-inflicted, I'd die. There is no way I'd be able to cope with that. So where do I, let's see. How long's the... Is this it?
Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us in the news at 6. I'm Dawn Baker. In a WTOC exclusive,
No, I think this one's the same.
The mother of Miss...
Since this, I am not running and I'm not hiding. And if something does come up that I am at fault, I will take myself.
Oh, yeah, sure you will. Here, let's, okay, here, let me share this. This looks like it's the right one. I would take myself. Dude, if I did something like that to my daughter, like when I was messed up, like because I was so out of my mind, I would, yeah, there's no way. I would not, I would probably, actually, I probably would not like hurt myself. I would probably make myself go through the torture of prison and live through it because I would feel so freaking ashamed. And I would seriously, how these people can even show their faces.
I am not running and I'm not hiding. And if something does come up that I am at fault, I will take myself to that police station.
Chatham County Police have repeatedly said that though they've named Leilani the prime suspect in her son's disappearance and death, they don't believe she's a flight risk. Leilani says that she and her mother, Billy Howell, spend their days in the backyard of their home because it's too difficult to be inside with reminders of Quinton and the fact that he's gone.
Every day that goes by is less tears and more anger, not knowing what's happening, if that's even understandable. You wake up every day angry, hoping that you're going to get a phone call, and that phone call just doesn't come.
CCPD and the FBI haven't released many details in the case and haven't said why they believe Quinton is in a landfill. Police say they're doing that to preserve any potential court cases down the line. Leilani and Billy tell me that they get their new information about the case from watching the news and that they feel all they can do now is hope.
We want something great to come out of this, but mostly we want him not to be found in that landfill. We want him found
happy and alive. We want him back in our arms, holding us. That's what we want. We just hoping that he's in somebody's house and they're feeding him, and they were hoping that, you know, maybe they wanted a baby or couldn't have a baby. Maybe they thought they were his savior. But it's not. That's their best hopes at this point.
Chatham County Police say they have no reason to believe that Quinton was abducted or kidnapped, and they have evidence that suggests he was placed in a dumpster and that his remains are in the landfill that they're currently searching. Leilani Simon hasn't been charged with anything at this time, but police say she is the only suspect in her son's disappearance. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Live in Chatham County, Shay Schrader, WTOC News.
Well, my first reactions, I felt her, I do feel like her pain was real, because her crying actually like almost made me cry, so I could tell it was real, but I think it's more like regret. I think she did something really stupid, messed up. And it sounds like she has some legitimate like pain, but I don't know if it's for the right reasons. Yeah, she's dancing in the window the other night too. But I do understand people get messed up to forget about things, but I can't see, like, all I can think, like, when I used to use, when I was depressed and when I would use, along with that, back like in my 20s, when I've talked about that. For those of you guys, for those who don't know, many of you know that I used to have addiction to opiates, and I did other drugs too. And there was many times that I was depressed and using drugs, and because I was addicted, but also because I wanted to feel better, but when like my grandparents passed away, that was one thing I remember. Where I was using during my grandmother's, like when she passed away, around that time I was using. And I remember I was staying messed up, like really messed up because of it, but I wasn't having a good time. Like I was, crying, and it wasn't anything really enjoyable. I guess it just makes it a little bit more bearable. Yeah, I know. He has a company that builds houses. He has lots of companies. Let's go back to that, actually, because that's a depressing topic. So I might get off here soon and look into this. This one site here. Yeah, comfortably numb, I guess. You can't get numb. I did see tears, but I don't know. Like, of course she's gonna. I don't know how to take the tears. It seemed real, but I don't know what the. I can't. I feel like it was. I feel like it's more that she knows that she did something, and she's feeling like major regret, and Yeah, I saw that. Sent me some. Let's see. You covered all the faces. Oh. Thank you, Lip Lock. Hold on, let me show you guys. This is all thanks to Lip Lock. See, this is the kind of stuff I really. 2012, Jamaica. And in the back is Brandon. Oh. So, which church is this? Do we know? Burham Church? Oh, looky there. Burham Church. Did it say anybody else's names? Was there any Stewarts or I don't think the Stewarts go to church except maybe Roger Jr. I don't think they're that kind of people, which is really funny that they own churches because I don't think they're really like those type of people. At least a few of them don't really look like that type. I mean, they might put out some Bible quotes to look good for, some kind of election of some sort or okay, so this is same picture, just basically different. It's the same picture, but different. Is that on the church website? That has to be on the church website, huh? Or the church Facebook. Is that so? Thank you so much, Rue. Seriously, that site is like very helpful. Really. I don't know if I not looked at I guess I haven't looked at the Facebook of Bureau. I did for a second to look at what their address said because I kept finding different addresses for it. So this says 1324 Bureau. See if this is a website I already saw. So like, GoFundMe type thing. A link to some kind of GoFundMe for Bureau Church. Do want to say so far I haven't seen. I do want to. So far the Bradleys that seem like decent people. So I don't want to. Just because he's a past, I haven't really looked into him though. So I just don't want to give them a bad name. That's the only thing I feel bad about with the mentioning of the church. It's for those who are truly not like involved, and it says also on Facebook group 38 minutes ago that they are funding and doing charity money to buy it. Wait, what? Where at? What do you mean? 110 Ben Hill. What Facebook group, Smiley? I just hear, look up, this church is buying 110 Ben Hill. What? Burham Church? Wait, what? Burham Church. Wait, where do you see this at? Which? What? This sounds crazy. If it's what? I don't know. If what you're saying is true. What? Which group? How do I get to the group? Which group? Where's this screenshot? I want to see what you're talking about. Let's see. Maybe if I 110 Ben Hill. I wonder if it's public post. Okay. Thanks, Smiley. Let's see, we need to. I don't see how you can. You live in Hawkins County and want him out. Do you think he's corrupt? Or do you think he's into some? Do you think he's into some, what about Michelle After Dark? You guys. Yeah, one of them did own a paint and flooring business, and I was wondering if, yeah, the pastor, he did have some type of painting business or something like that, from that church, and it did make me wonder, I did think for a split second, is it possible like Don's worked with him or something? Oh yeah, I know. The Wells, how much? I mean, it's probably is. I didn't know it was up for sale. What did you send me? I don't have any. I don't. I didn't get anything from you. It's like blank. It opened up a file when I opened it. That doesn't go to anything. It opens up my. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It didn't come up. It's like something weird. I can't even explain it. It brought up my files when I clicked on that extension that you sent me, or whatever that was. That was the weirdest thing. I know. I'm waiting. Like I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, like trying to figure out what she means, because I'm like freaking out. Like I wish we. I know, that's what I want to know too. Like, because it's freaking me out too. Like, if that is true, That's why I need to know. Okay, I think I got that PD. I think I got it. Oh no, that's from this is from somebody else. This is from Karen sent me a in verify. Cool. What is this that you sent me? It's not a right link. Nobody's sending me the right stuff. It's like, oh wait, hold on. Wait, what was that link? Everybody's sending me weird places. I don't know what I'm supposed to look at. Everybody's links don't take me to anything. They take me to like Facebook groups and stuff that don't even open anything. It's so frustrating. Oh, Burham Baptist Church funding charity money and buying the Wells property. Look it up. Hawkins seems suspect in deep corruption. What? Who is this guy? Is he reliable? What? Hold on. If this is true, guys, I might have really freaking been onto something. Wouldn't that be fucking insane? Oh my God. Are you serious? I don't know. It just seems so weird. Hold on. Let me pull. I know that this guy. How the hell am I going to bring up that church and all of a sudden this is happening? I know. Who is this Afton person? What's these comments say? He says, look it up. Okay, what are we looking at? I don't know about them buying 110 Ben Hill, but there is proof Brandon Lawson was involved in this church. You need to watch my video from today. Is this the one I watched earlier? Yeah, I think this is the one I watched earlier.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It's Monday morning.
Yeah. So, but we don't know who this guy is. I need to know where he's getting this information. Dude, I am so scared. I'm starting to get freaking scared that I opened a can of worms. I'm serious. Like I'm like, I know other people. Actually, it's not me, really. It's Lawson and him and this whole Brandon Lawson thing. I mean, it's not just me looking into him. It's a bunch of people. Everybody's like pissed about, I mean, if they have anybody to be mad at, it should be honestly themselves. It's his, I mean, you can't like, I mean, that was so, it was so obvious. He's at the 31st is supposed to be his release date, but for some reason, Hawkins County freaking inmate search has just conveniently gone down for the last couple days. And then when there's been rumors of him being out. Burham Baptist Church funding charity money, buying the Wells property. You've got to be kidding me. That would be like so. Okay, that would mean How the hell would I have said this? Cannot be true. Right, I know. Where's this proof? This can't be true. This would be way too, I mean, I am still trying to get answers or proof. These were mentioned as links to possible corruption. If you go back to the Carly Simpson kidnapping, all the reward money was donated to charities via the parents' decision, but the money trail appears to be suspect. Carly Simpson has familial ties to the Trents. Take a look at the case. I hope one of the YouTube creators calls that church and gets answers. This is not the church Summer attended. I doubt Candace has been going to church. Everyone forget about Summer. I mean, what? Tammy doesn't know what she's lost. And so is 3 other people right here. Because they don't understand the seriousness of this in the Summer Wells case. And if that's true, this church is buying 110, and there's now rumors of possible corruption between the church and Hawkins County. Lawson, Brandon gets arrested for his son, the sheriff's son, for child crimes. It just seems way too, I don't know. It's crazy. If that is true, that would be absolutely insane. And it would be, and it is very pertinent to this case, and it already is, as far as the way it looks as it is. There's still already red flags. I mean, this would just be another one. It would just be another. It's like if this has already been going on at night, maybe it was already going on, I just didn't notice it, but it would just be crazy. Like I don't know. I don't know. You sent the Brandon Lawson info to Governor Lee. Oh, like what stuff, Karen? Just about how much time he got and stuff? Hey, Crystal. Yeah, no, and nobody innocent until proven guilty. Nobody wants to speak up. Many of these people that live in the area is so bad. Like, I mean, there's so many people that I've seen come into the chat that claim to be from Hawkins County, that email me, text me or from Hawkins County, and from that area, locals telling me they want him out. But people are scared. Like, they're scared because there's too much power. And that's what happens when these situations, when one family or 1 or 2 families take over a whole area. And then people stay in office for year after year, and it's in the family. And I mean, it's very relevant to Summer's case. And even if it wasn't, it's important it's important to children. I mean, they're letting these weirdos just get, you know, a slap on the, you know, hand, like, sent the case info and told them the case file. Oh, really? So they, of course, right? They're probably not going to we're not probably not going to be able to get any type of info about. I mean, I saw the documents Benny had, but, and people were like, I saw people told me to watch that. I didn't really get anything out of that live, really. I don't know. You have to, I personally approach people differently when I try to get answers. Nobody's going to give you can't, I don't know. If you didn't, yeah, there is a girly on Ben Hill. If this is, I want proof of this. So what's this? Oh, this is the same thing, I think. Oh, yeah. I don't think I don't have another email. I have from Karen. That's it. I don't have. I still want to look at this anyways, because and what this and who this guy is and why we should believe him. Narrowing that down a bit, is there any proof that the Wells sold their property? Well, let's look on that site that we were just told about. Or actually, it probably won't be able to tell us. It won't be there. Probably won't be on that site. Because this is just a tax. Who's Brandon E. Wells? Is he any relation to Dawn? Probably not. So I'm looking, it says here that appraised property value $38,000. That's been held. It says Dawn, but of course this is not going to tell us anything. And then there's the other site, the assessor's site that might tell us. Try that. Good. Maybe, I don't know. We'll give it a try. I'll look it up on the site. I'll show you guys. We'll go back to that because I want to see what makes him think that. It's just an odd thing to say. And then it, of course, took me to another screen. Oh, Lisa, I know. I don't. Last evaluated. Wow. Huh. I was just thank you, Lip Lock. I just noticed that text. Let me look that up. But on this tax on the real estate, the Tennessee real estate assessment site, but that was January. It says the owner January 1st, but that was January 1st. So this is probably definitely more than likely not going to be accurate. This one I'm looking at, and this. Okay, but Liplock sent me show me something interesting. So I'm looking up what she sent me. Let me look how they have it in this. And I guess I'll have to pull up or show her or pull up her screenshot. Because I don't know how she pulled it up unless. Okay. One second, please. I'll show you what I was sent. I don't know how they got it, but it's interesting. I do have to go here in a few. Oh my gosh. No wonder I feel like sick because I haven't ate today because I've been so freaking obsessed with this. Seriously. And I thank you so much. I think it's funny that some of you guys have also got obsessed with it, but I think that's kind of what I was hoping, you know? That's what, I mean, for those, not in a negative way, but just for those who find it interesting. Because I can't, there's so much to look into, like I can't do it all, you know? Okay, here it is. Some fruit. I do have to go because I need to get some. I need to get some other stuff done too. I have a bunch of. Oh, by the way, anybody collect Anna Lee? I have freaking like a ridiculous amount of Anna Lee because my grandmother. I inherited my grandmother's Anna Lee collection, so I've been working on listing it. If anybody collects Anna Lee, I'm your girl. So email me for real if you're looking for any specific Anna Lee. But here, this is interesting. Last evaluated 10/12/2012 or 2022. Huh. I'm curious what they're going to list it at. Do you think people would pay more for that property because of it being Summer Wells or not? 11 West is it? Yeah, it goes around Rogersville. Yeah. Oh, is it robotic? Is it robotic, guys? How soft are they? They're not like soft, you know, those type of those House of Harlow pants they're like made of that material, like it's made in India, so it's that material that you know how they have wear those like outfits with, you know what I'm talking about. It's that type of fabric because they make clothing for like stylish clothing. Some of, I guess, Muslim. Would it be Muslim? You're hearing that? Hey, Cindy. That the day that Brandon goes up on his charge. Oh, is that really when that happened? Is that the same day? Really? I mean, they are lounge pants. They are. They are. Okay, let's see what I was saying here. It's like blurry. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Let me pull this up so everybody can see here, and we'll look at this together. I don't know what it is. So hopefully it's okay. This person's name is at top. I don't think that's probably not her last name, so it's hopefully okay. So if it's a problem, let me know and I'll cut it out of this video. Rue. Okay. Owner. On February 25th, 2022, it shows, but is this would this be current though? I don't know if this would actually be current, like actually up to date, because they're saying, I'm guessing this is supposedly happened like real recently within the last month. So unless we can find anything that keeps like real time records, then I don't know if we're going to be able to find that. He didn't get arrested, innocent. How much you want to bet he didn't get arrested? How much you want to bet? That's why I think they need to make that whole case. The reevaluation of the, what do you mean the reevaluation of, oh, it was 10/12 of this month. It said October 12th, 2022. But no, that's what pisses me off. I guarantee he didn't get arrested. I guarantee they let him have a court date, or everything was set up for him for it to be real convenient where he was in and out, or he just had to go to court date. That's why I feel like it's necessary for his whole case to be public. That's not right, and that's not how our justice system works. You don't get to secretly have court without the public knowing. It's a public thing. He's paying a debt to the public and society. We are, I mean, I know there's, I mean, we are allowed, I mean, we can't know the victims, you know, that stuff, underage stuff, but we have a right to know that it was handled properly. Like a regular court date, like any other person. But something's telling me that didn't happen. And something's telling me Ronnie Lawson knew a while. And was enabling his son. I'll just say that. A sex offender. We're not talking we're talking the worst crime you can, we're not talking like, oh, he committed a robbery or he committed theft or something, or, you know, some type of nonviolent crime. We're talking children, like the worst type of crime ever. And Ronnie helped him. Allegedly. But I know it to be true, so allegedly. But I know it to be true. Allegedly. Like he's supposedly in jail, and how and where was Brandon at the time? Like, how did it go down? Like, he's supposedly in jail, and how? Oh, they had, so that he had court on the 13th of this month. It was like, it wasn't announced, like, nobody knew he had these charges. You know, other people's charges would be put in the newspaper, or it would be public knowledge. But we don't know. Somehow, nobody magically doesn't, none of us, all those people who've been looking into the Summer Wells case for the past year and a half, almost year and a half, don't you think we would have ran into that by now? Ran into the fact that Brandon Lawson has charges? Somebody would have ran into that. It was never put onto a website like a normal person. I guarantee it. He wasn't given a regular court date, like, you know, where you go. So when you have court, you don't, it's not like when you have, I mean, it can be a one-time thing, but not when it comes to his kind of charges. I mean, he could go in immediately, first time but he could, like, somebody could go into court and plead, just say, I'm going to plead guilty today. Immediately. But he's not going to do that. But he did this in this instance because they were prepared. It's bullshit. Nobody else has afforded that type of luxury to get to arrange, have their, have everything arranged so perfectly for you. Then you're going to, just like one thing I did learn, though, that I did learn from Benny's live, though, that I appreciate, because when he said that, oh gosh, he said, it does run really deep. It does. No, I think he was talking to, it was the district attorney, I believe. And I believe it was the district attorney he was talking to. And I'm trying to think, there was one thing that was said. He said there was 2 victims. I think there was just, well, 2 that's come forward, because we know if there's 2 victims, there's probably more, right? There's been rumors of 4. I understand it was a mix-up, like on somebody's YouTube channel, but it's rumors elsewhere too. But I'm sure, though, allegedly, if there's 2 victims that he's got caught at, and he's 43, surely there's more out there. And what I was going to say, the district attorney said, I think it was the district attorney that said many things are taken into consideration when deciding on a sentence. One of them was saying it. And one of the things he said is if they're a first-time offender or not. But that's what we've been trying to find out, but we can't find. We find out he had this crash and magically gets out of these charges. He kills a man, hurts another. I want to know if he was sued. I want to know if those guys got any money. I wonder if those guys got any hush money. Do you guys think that family did? Anybody who's looked into that crash at all? That's something to check out. It probably will be hard to find, but I feel like, because otherwise I would be like, if I was that guy, or do you guys know if the victim's son did he sue him or anything? Being covered doesn't sound too far-fetched. How do we know he wasn't driving, though? What was the other? How do we know who was driving? Exactly, who was driving? There's nothing out there that tells us who was driving. And we hear he's 3 times the legal limit. You're going to tell me he's 3 times the legal limit and his buddy that he's with, his one other friend, is not drinking also? I don't know. I feel there was still cover up with all that, and so does a lot of other people. And he probably has been in trouble other times. Like, I hear he was allegedly caught with drugs by his uncle. And Ronnie had it just kind of swept under the rug. Why not? Ronnie, maybe if you did something that time, maybe we wouldn't be here today. See, you see how that enabling shit works and works out? And that whole thing about the 30%, that's bullshit too. If he gets 30%, why would he only have to do 30%? I've never heard of such a thing. I've heard of 50%. Why the hell would he get 30%? What kind of bullshit is that? He only has to do 4 months? If that happens, I swear to God, I'm having a major bitch fit. That is ridiculous. Because I was wondering that about the 6-month thing. I was already mad about the 6-month thing. Because I was figuring, oh, really, that what they don't want to say, they want to keep saying year, and everybody's pissed about the year, but they won't want to really tell everybody he doesn't even have to actually do a year. He only has to do 6 months. Because if most people knew that, they'd be even more pissed. But most people are, not criminals and don't know how that stuff works, so. It's illegal to have open containers on the water. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, in some lakes it is. You used to be able to, because I remember I grew up on a lake. Well, my grandparents lived on a lake, and I would stay there in the summers, and so we were always like boating and driving boats and all that, and jet skiing, and how to get boating licenses and stuff. But I was able to get a boating license at 14 years old at the time. But I think it's different now. And with the alcohol thing, well, it matters. I think it matters if it's a public or private lake. If it's private, of course you can. But I don't know if it's different from state to state or if it's like county to county or lake to lake, but or if it's just like it's changed recently, because when I was a kid, you were allowed to drink. You could have open or, alcohol. And that's what everybody did. Everybody was always drinking. 4th of July, out in the boat, watching fireworks. Of course you couldn't be like above legal limit, but all you had to do, people would do a switcheroo, right? But I think things are stricter now. Some places you're not even, I don't know if that's been like that for a while or if it's just. Well, guys, I'm going to get off here, and I'm of course probably still going to look into this. So feel free to keep sending me stuff. It's fine. Like, don't feel like you're bothering me by sending emails. Like, after, it's fine. I just get to them when I can. So if you don't think if you're not sure if it's something, just send it anyways if you want to. Don't feel bad about it or anything, because I don't really care. Even if, because like I have most of the things you can find on Google. I will if you got it from just a Google search, I more than likely have seen it if it's about but you never know. You never know. And this website, though, here, I'll share this website because this is a good site, the Hawkins for research that Rue told me about, because I haven't seen this one before. But it's only for Tennessee, Hawkins County, Tennessee. Oh, thank you, Plant Diva. Thank you, guys. It's got hectic. Oh, did it? I didn't notice it if it did. All right. Good night, guys.